Greetings, 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 friends. Welcome back. Let's jump right in. I'm not even gonna. Okay. So Gnome Tough is gonna be busy with some in real life. Just let me know. Cool. He's all nerding out about some screens. Oh, what? What? Is this new information? View details about the thing. No, this is the same ones we've already seen. Okay. So, looks like we're not going to team up just now. What happened to Resurgence Solos? Who's the most well camouflaged? We'll go with her.
You can work with me.
Okay. All right. Good old Gnome Tough. All right. So, we probably won't be playing with him today. Looks like he's super busy with stuff, which is unfortunate, but also good for him because he's getting some good things done. It's unfortunate I wasn't really quite ready this morning, and the timing didn't work out when I was finally up. Like, I made plans with him, and knowing that I was like crazy insomnia ridden. I feel a little bit better today, but I usually do after like sleeping and not waking up until like my body lets me. Let's go. Let's jump into it solo.
for deployment.
In
Take
we
this time to
go.
warm up. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy dropping into the AO.
I got you.
Preparation is done.
Aha.
Now you deploy to the war zone.
Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. They should do a different animation for solos than they do for...
Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn
For
points
teams,
to
you
beat
know?
the countdown.
Ammo depot here.
I think we've got a lot of people here.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Okay, where are we at map-wise? This is the center of the fucking world.
You got gas moving in. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Need mid-cal rounds.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Bosnia, hostiles deploy the counter UAV.
Damn it.
Marking your dog tag.
Ah,
Move to
so
resecure
bad.
it. We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline. Gas is moving. Enemy dropping into the AO. Hostile counter UAV is active. Bosnia, hostiles deploy counter UAV.
Damn it. Ah. Should have got up and run. Instead, I blew myself up. That was sad.
Enemy resecured their network. It's over. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Hostile UAV active. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Hostile UAV overhead. Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Gas is inbound. Enemy soldier incoming. Fire sales over. Adjusting prices. Enemy dropping into the AO. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. Only 25 remain.
Damn it!
25 remained.
I saw
Learn from the loss. Failure is a white
21st, not bad. I mean, I've had better. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking about the strategeries that I wasn't thinking about. Like, for example, camp. I just wish you could carry more weapons, because like, you put one down and then that's the one you need. And the one you picked up is not, you know? Like, ugh. That was good times, though. That's why teams are great. Because, like, you know, if you've got 4, one guy's a sniper, 2 guys are mid-range, and 1 guy's like up close, and you know, he doesn't waste his ammo shooting at someone far away. And everyone sticks together, and everyone protects each other. Solos, it's a whole nother thing. I love solos, though. I do way better at Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale solos than I do here. And I can't quite explain why. Other than it feels like, although everything visually looks very similar in scale, the map feels like everything's a little bit more spread out. The people are more spread out. Here everything feels, even though the map is huge, and this is a moderately, you know, not large map, it's a medium-sized map or whatever. I don't know. It's such a strange thing. But I definitely find it still as challenging, but I don't know. I feel more comfortable in that environment. I feel like I have a higher level of mastery. Like, I know my plays. I know when I'm not on track. Here, I don't know what the fuck, because someone's going to just pop around the corner like that. It's strange. It just feels like everyone's on top of each other, both in Resurgence and in like Warzone 1, and that map is, you know, the bigger style map. Those all feel like a clusterfuck, and then the way the strategery works in mobile, I don't know. I feel less clusterfucky about it, and I feel it really is about like having strategic vantage points at mid to long range instead of who's the fastest bunny hopper at short range. You know? Anyways, it's fascinating. Part of me would rather be playing Invasion, or another part of me, which is that big, really, really, really big map, Invasion, or Invasion and the other one with the objectives, was its own Warzone style with quads, triads, duos, and solos competition. That'd be dope. If I had the button ready to go, I'd say clip that, but I won't. It's already gone. It's too late. And I haven't even played a good like third and a half of the multiplayer content. I haven't played DMZ at all. And I haven't really played whatever that other thing is called. Except for that one day that we did it with Gnome Tough. It was so hard and we tried for so many hours and we still couldn't finish it. We couldn't finish it. It was brutal. Oh. Anyways. I should probably open that button up so I can get good clips.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
I'm not quick on the budding people either. Like, this jumping around shit is insane to me. I can't do it. How do they do it?
Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
Okay, it's fine. I'm way more interested in like a mid-range, long-range game. Probably because in my MMO days, I would always play Archer. So I'd always hang back in my groups and like, you know, plink from a pretty relatively safe distance. And that's really hard to do in this game. You have to be good at both for solos. I see what they're saying. That's where there's extra doodle dads.
Good luck here.
I kind of like now waiting for the game to boot me. I mean the plane, since it does, you know. And then figuring out where I'm gonna go. Oh, there's the shipment boat. I've never seen that. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I've never, like, really... Probably not a good idea for me to land right here. Because that means there's bots, from what I understand. And I wish we landed in with a loadout. Gosh darn it. It's one of the worst things. I need me some.
Hostile UAV in this sector. Hostile UAV overhead.
Oh, that's how I do it. I've been doing it wrong. Let's try this. The thing is, when I'm somewhere, there's like never... Where's the map? I'm way out of the circle. And I don't think there's people here. I wish I could stow guns. That'd be a thing. Cool. Oh, here we can collect trophies just by collecting them, huh? Like in boxes.
You're losing ground.
Gotta plate up!
UAV in this sector.
Okay.
Hostile counter UAV is active.
That's a new fun thing. I want that more often. Okay. Here comes the fog. I gotta hustle. Ah, snap. Dang it.
Located your dog tag. Go get it back.
Brutal. I'm never getting back in there. The dead center. Ah, man, that's such a heavy gun. It's so usable if you're far away. Okay, where are we? Let's get the fuck out of this. Where's the circle?
Moving.
Okay, that's center-ish.
We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline. Located an uplink station. Don't let them secure that intel.
So we're not worried about that right now?
Be advised, an enemy squad activated an uplink in your area. Secure that intel.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Cash, where's the cash? Oh, here's the intel, fuck. Yes.
Intel extraction in progress. Keep the area secure.
Hostile UAV active. Hostile counter UAV is active.
Gas is closing in. Enemy transfer completed. That should have been ours.
Oh.
The enemy's completed a transfer. Don't let them secure another. No more uplink stations in the area.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Enemy soldier incoming. Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. You made the top 25.
Dang it, how do they even do that?
Close one.
Moving here.
Watch your six. Resurgence window is ending.
Damn it.
You were one of 25 remaining. They hit us hard that time, but we will settle the score.
Brutal. Oh, man.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
How many coins did I collect? How many crowns? Or did I lose them all because I got shot? In multiplayer, if you capture them, you capture them. Oh, I don't know. It didn't show me. I wish he was a cooler ghost. This is like my least favorite, like, comfy casual ghost. What? Clip that! Where is this? Here we go. I need to figure out how to use clip that here. So I don't have to bounce back and forth. But you know what I'm talking about? like the fuzzy sweater and like the goofy smiling skull. He looks goofy. This is not the scary, intimidating ghost. This is the goofy ghost of the 80s. You know? Although we didn't have Call of Duty in the 80s. It'd be so weird if we did. I would have been playing it, probably. I wish I was someone who's been playing Call of Duty since the first Call of Duty came out. But I'm not. 1,000 points ago. Okay, so I saw a video recently that's like a glitch. Although it doesn't feel like a glitch. It feels like a legitimate, that would make sense it would work that way. As like a sort of Easter egg bonus. But then again, I rationalize things my own way. But from a guy whose videos I actually kind of don't appreciate much, but I watch him because he's really vigilant for game flaws that can be taken advantage of. And honestly, friends, like I am a no one's above the law kind of guy, but I'm also the law shouldn't be above the law either, you know? And the law shouldn't be above the will of the people, as long as it's truly, genuinely the will of the people, and it's well thought out, and well considered, articulated, and structured platform. And that's what we lack. But that's a whole other story. Pin on the corkboard right there, friends. I love that. When I go like this, it's perfect. Which is funny, because on my podcast, I usually when I started doing that, there was no video. I just put corkboard there because I figured someday I'd probably migrate doing my podcast over to the thing. I'm thinking about doing my podcast in full cosplay mode, which means like with the weird Chrome Dome Mr. Zeppo face. But it's really, 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 really hard to push all the extra buttons without like sticking my head right on the keyboard or looking right at the screen, because my eyes are going bad enough as it is. That shit acts like a blinder, right? It's like it's not helpful. It probably makes things worse for my eyes. But I digress. It is super wicked, hilariously fun. And there's a reason why I do it, because in the books that I'm writing, it isn't cosplay, right? Like that's what he's like. That's what he looks like. That's what he really looks like, and everything else is a disguise. Which is the weird thing. Except it's not a chintzy fake. It's like just his face is organically and really like a silver Chrome Dome superhero mask. But it's not a mask. He cannot take it off. That is his face. That's like the big reveal. Shh. Don't tell anyone. You'll ruin it. No, I'm telling you guys because you're here and you're watching live on the ground floor about the thing. Okay, which one am I getting? Do I close up this almost close up this one, or do I work my way over here? It's kind of neither here nor there at that point. This one gets us a weapon, but we still got three more coins to grind to get the weapon. This one hasn't even started. This one gets us the operator in one more coin, which is pretty dope. Let's go with that, I guess. It's too bad they don't give you Battle Pass XP chips in the Battle Pass. That'd be oh, I did that all with my big, stupid, ugly close-up and not like this. And I forgot to hit the clip button because of whatever I said just then, which I've now completely blanked on. It was kind of funny. I need to take a tiny break and go get myself some coffee and maybe microwave one of my teas because they've gone cold. I make 3 beverages at a time. Coffee and 2 teas to try and balance out the coffee, you know? The tea is non-caffeinated and it's good for my throat, whereas the coffee is caffeinated and explicitly not good for my speaking voice. Coffee's like the second worst thing you can do for your speaking voice. singing while smoking and inhaling and exhaling hot air because you're smoking either cigarettes or weed is the worst thing you can do for your voice. And that's my voice is my product, right? Like the reason I think my podcast is mildly engaging is that because when I'm in a good flow, my voice becomes kind of like it's for some people a little hypnotic. I've noticed. I've been told in real life. But only if the conditions are right. Only if I'm not yelling and scratching up my throat, not lazy about my theater warm-ups, which I typically have been. What I need to start doing, and I admit this to you guys as an earnest, sincere, may I have my clothes. Wait, hold on, I like it like this now. Look at that. I look more sophisticated. I look more like tribal. And I say that without cultural appropriation. Despite my blank tone, I'm actually more aboriginal than I am colonial in my background and makeup. But I pass, I guess, would be the term. At least that's what people told me back in the 90s. I don't know. Do people talk about that anymore? What does that have to do with video games? Nothing at all. Things being things, neither one of us, as I've been further chatting with Gnome Tough off to the side here, on a device that is not part of the stream feed. It would be kind of fun, because then, like, if I had an official... It's a shame that the app... Dear app makers, dear gremlins of the interwebs fractal void, please whisper into the correct people up and down the production chain required to make it possible, please, that they on their own will quickly develop and drop the manage your Xbox platform clubs on the application. You know, drop text lines in chat, being able to update the default pinned post, and being able to add new posts with images and linkery. Amen, please, and thank you, hallelujah. That's my product. That's my magical product placement prayer. Click that. Oh, it's not ready. I didn't bust out the button. Ding. Hopefully we got some of that. Hopefully that was way less than 30 seconds and I got a good amount. See what I mean? Like, I didn't write that, and I couldn't have written that, but it sounded really cool and swifty coming out of my self-puppeteered mouth. I have a performative mode that when I'm really warmed up, primed, and vocally relaxed, which I'm not today as well as I could. Like, I didn't do any warm-ups. I have been smoking cannabis, and not waiting enough time. The thing I keep failing, because I grew up, when I first started smoking weed, it was always very social. It was with a group of other cannabis smokers, and in very sort of homesy, private-y spacing. I was very lucky. I wasn't doing it under weird, suspicious conditions. I was always like very chill in someone's house and being trusted and feeling that everybody was trustworthy. And we all sat around talking, and like talking whilst hitting the pipe, like in the midst of the act of smoking, was commonplace. And no one ever, it causes you to cough and often sort of choke up, but no one ever stopped to say it causes damage to your fucking vocal cords that can cause you to literally lose your voice over time if you do it all the time. I don't know how, like, I've said this before, and I don't mean to, like, provoke or invoke or poke at Snoop Dogg. This is not a diss. I don't know how he does it. From what I understand, unless it's all marketing mythology, and he's just, a a lip-syncing faker, which some paranoia conspiracy theory content insists that everyone is, they would insist that I am. Even though I'm not, like, if I were to suddenly become famous to what other people would seem like overnight, and I've literally been working on my books and developing my podcast and, like, refining the world that I'm trying to create for, like, 11,000 years. That's an exaggeration. But for at least 11 years, I've been, like, focused on it. Isn't it funny how it's 10, 11, 12, and then suddenly it starts teens? Why isn't it 11 teen and 12 teen? I guess because maybe it was once and we just thought they were dorky sounding and we just stopped using them collectively. Who knows? But clip that question mark. We want answers. So I told myself I'd get better at making good clips. And I learned a lot reviewing the content that was rendered after trying to clip things the other day. Was that yesterday? God, that feels like a million years ago. Time is so weirdly, delusionally, like, not normal to me. But I digress. Feature requests, to me, are something like, if in another life, if I was one of those crazy Karen letter writers, in another life, for bugs and feature requests, I would, in that way that is annoying to most relaxed and groovy folks that, like, don't like to bitch and moan and complain, like those of us who are like think it's rude to send the food back even if there is something wrong, as long as it's not a health concern, right? As long as it isn't glass in the food, something just that horrible. Like if there's, like, if it's a little undercooked or if it's a little overcooked or if it's a little, or they sent the wrong dish, like, oh, did this get mixed up and I received and started eating the chuli mangas, but I actually ordered the flouty flutas? No worries, bro. As long as as long as you're not going to charge me more for it. Like, I want to pay what I asked for to pay. That's what I agreed to pay. You disagreed to give me what I asked for, and that's your business. Don't be a dick about it. Like, I'm not going to send it back and be rude and ask for the manager. But if I was, I would have a database and the working knowledge of the Activision official bug reporting link so that I could drop it, boop, right there, right? Instead of going, I'm just going to drop some funny emojis. Oh, wait, that's the wrong emoji. Darn it. See, and if I was that anal retentive, as the saying goes, I'd be more on top of it. I am a very, like, cash, but that's my best flow, yo. I wish I could, like, there's a superhero, if I could just share a deep personal longing, a deep personal ache in my heart. Why am I about to share this? I don't even know. But here we go. Keep it under 30 seconds. If I could have any wish in my life right now and it was real, I would want a little bit of seed starter money, right? The way any sort of baby boomer of a millionaire baby boomer generation got. But also the capacity to magically have me, myself, and I be a real thing. Like have it be a set of triplets of me that have always been, and we're all sort of a little bit more Adonis-like, so that we're more like whatever America thinks is hot. I know that I'm not hideously ugly, but I'm like just certainly not a Brad Pitt, like, ooh, I turn heads when I'm at the mall. When I'm at the mall, I'm invisible. And that's always been true. It's not an age thing, because I know it's like no one at the mall is interested because, you know, they're all under 40. And that's not always true, depending on time of day. Although the walking clubs aren't as popular as they used to be. There used to be like mid-30s to like up walking clubs at the mall, and I don't see them as much anymore. Spinning out of control. If I could have any one wish, I would wish for that superpower to be able to not just have a triplicate of myself, but to have the superpower to actually create immediate, like, duplicate, semi-autonomous, but also collectively attuned to myself, while it's still being me. and able to like reconverge into just being one person for like the power trip of being like there not being anybody else that is me. All of them that exist are me, and we all are together in being me. And it isn't like twin brothers that can have a falling out and then hate each other and then end up, you know, the subject of one of those true crime TV shows. Clip that. Oh my God, I would wish that to be true. I know no amount of wishing is gonna make it true. So I've written a fan fiction, sci-fi adventure action comedy, where that is what the main character is. My main character's thing is that he can be a million places at once, semi-autonomously, but also like disappear off the face of the earth because he can converge into singularity mode, and all of the iterations become the one, the only, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. And he only does that when he needs to like retreat to his super ultra deluxe hidden lair where no one can find him, because it's actually an isolated timeline that is like part of the multiverse, but no one knows about it and no one knows how to get there. Don't steal these ideas. There's a clip for you right there. Okay, so thanks for playing along. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take a break, be right back. I just want to like chill, reheat my tea so it's nice and hot and the most effective. And then we'll be back with a part 2 of this streaming. I'm doing, I told you it was boot camp week. And I told you I've been saying from the beginning of this project, the ambition is to get professionally competitive in first-person, third-person shooter games. Find out what games... Don't clip that. Okay, friends, I'll be back in just a bit, taking a short station break, and praying that my coughing fit subsides and I can once again talk. I gotta talk in shorter, more succinct bursts in which I am not yelling. DJ Zed, play us out of the show. It is going to be a full-on station break, friends, but when we come back, we're going to grind away, get this final dude, maybe do some rotation of the mode, and grind away and see how far along we can get on the battle pass today. As always, thank you for your support. We'll be back shortly.